Well, Tom, I'm Gerry McMahon's my own, and I live here on Keane Street in the family home, right, in Killedy, Limerick. And I attended CBS Sexton Street from September 61 to did my leaving cert in June of 66. When I went into school, the school started a pipe band, and as I had learned to play the tin whistle in the primary school, and my brother was involved in the Limerick City Pipe Band and the Army Pipe Band at the time. I was very interested, so our first outing in the public was on the St Patrick's Day Parade on the 17th of March 1963, the year that President Kennedy visited Ireland. So that was our first outing, and I was the first pipe major of that band. When President Kennedy came to Limerick to a place which we call Green Park, it was where the race course was in Limerick, on the Cork side of the city, out towards the Crescent Shopping Centre. A lot of it now has been turned into housing, and the new dog racing track, which went from just up the road to Markets Field out to the new track at just off the Dock Road. That's where the racing track was. So when President Kennedy came, there was a big crowd there. We were there early. I remember getting up early. Preparing the band, the whole lot. We got the bus out. There was a special place made for us outside. So we were on benches sitting down. But occasionally then we would play a tune or two, keep the crowds entertained while we were waiting for the president to arrive. When he did arrive, then of course there was massive cheering and the whole lot. And I think I have a little bit of a unique position. On the stand that day was my father, who was a fireman with the Limerick Fire Brigade, and at that time the firemen would carry the city mace as the mace bearers for the city's symbols. And he was on the stand. He would have been with the mayor, escorting the mayor when they met the president. I have here a copy of the local Limerick Chronicle when it was a full broadsheet, and there is a copy of the mayor greeting the president on arrival. There, second from the right of the fireman, is my father, Jimmy McMahon. So he was on the stand, standing alongside the president, and I was down commanding as the first pipe major of the band, commanding the band. Now he would have been, say, in charge of one of the fire units at the time. He would have been fairly senior in that. Now you would have had the station master and then the fire chief and that. Believe it or not, my mother's father was in the fire brigade for 43 or 44 years. The last 27 of his years he was captain of the fire brigade here in Limerick. So we have a long history, but the firemen then would carry the mace on special occasions. In the town hall when they would be electing the new mayor, any dignitaries. President Kennedy was made a freeman of the city that day, so any dignitaries that were made freemen of the city, the firemen would be there to carry the mace. So I remember sitting and watching him on the stand, saying, wasn't he great now to be so close to the president? But then the president, when he finished, came down and we all met him, and everybody gathered around him, and everybody wanted to shake his hands, which I did too. So,